Hey there. So I get this question a lot. So I decided to make a video just for you about it. And it's a question of what's Huang, what's your pass rate for the exam prep program? And I totally get where that question is coming from because you want to make sure if I sign up for this program, is this worth my money? Because I get it. Like you can get things so much cheaper. You can perfectly honest, you can study on your own, but there's a reason why you're looking into a program that can help you. And so instead of asking that question, which I'm going to give you an answer to, I would encourage you to maybe ask these questions first. And I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget, but um, consider these other questions. Are you prepared to study? Right? So the people who get the best results are the people who are committed, right? So are you prepared to study? Are you committed to taking the exam? Like, do you know when your test date is going to be? Are you committed to hitting that test date? Now, I understand sometimes the test dates change because people come into my program and they have the intention of doing it within 6 months, and then something happens. Stuff always happens, and it takes them a little bit longer, but that's okay because the commitment to becoming a CHT is there. Like, I think the people who come into the program who are a little bit more wishy-washy about their date, they're a little bit more wishy-washy about whether they really want it or not, tend to come in and then don't complete the program, right? Don't even get to the test date. So, I would ask those questions. Are you prepared to study? Are you committed to carving out the time to do the studying? And do you have that test date? And I think the last question that's really one of the most important questions that you have to ask yourself is, are you open-minded to getting the help and the guidance, right? So this is a very hands-on program where I'm going to talk directly to you. We're going to get on some calls together. And I think that the people who do the best are the ones that are open-minded to doing the work and, asking questions and receiving the help, right? I often equate it to, when patients come into my clinic. Like, I run my own therapy clinic, and I have to ask them, are they committed to coming? Because as a cash-based type of therapy clinic, I don't take their insurance. I'm not the cheapest one on the market. And so they have to make that commitment of saying, hey, if I come, will you get me the results? And I'm like, I can get you the results. I specialize in this very thing. I have been helping people with hand and arm injuries. I have been helping therapists study for the CHT exam for years. And really, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to ask you, how committed are you to receiving the help? Because the people who get the best results usually are the ones that are most committed, right? So I don't, like, are you committed? Do you want my help? And I can get where you are a little skeptical, you are, coming out of pocket, you are, curious, like, is this actually going to help you? And I can honestly say that every single person who's gone through my program has always told me it's helped them to study better. And you can see I put a lot of free videos out on my style, my frameworks that I teach from. So if you don't know me that well, I would say go watch some of those YouTube videos. You either like my style or you don't. I'm a lot more casual. I like to explain things in a certain way to help people understand, and then I build onto the details of it versus I'm not very academic. I curse a little bit, so if you're easily offended by that, I might not be the person for you. But if you are looking to study in a different way and other avenues haven't been as helpful for you, then yeah, consider this program. Consider learning it from a auditory, visual, kinesthetic, from a different perspective that's going to help you be more committed to studying. Maybe you haven't studied before as well because all that shit before was boring. Nobody was able to captivate your attention to help you understand concepts in a way that helps you not to have to memorize everything. So I would encourage you to ask yourself those questions and to see if my style of teaching is most beneficial for you. I stopped calculating my pass rate because the bigger and the longer I've run my program, the harder it has been to have a more consistent um, pass rate, because some people come in and stay through the duration until they take the test. Some people only come in for a short period of time, utilize the program to help them get started, and all of the calls that you're a part of, you keep those calls. And so they just keep those calls and they just study on their own from it. And so I believe it has skewed my pass rate a bit. Some people don't reply and tell me that they've passed using my program. And so, when I was calculating it, I was running at an 85% pass rate, which I think is really incredible considering that the pass rate is about 50-50, depending on the time that you take it. It ranges between 50-50 to or 60-40. But I have a really great pass rate for this program. But more importantly than the pass rate, 100% of the people who come in and actually use the program and actually go through it the way it's intended they've always told me that this program has helped them understand concepts and has helped them to study in a way that helps them make it easier and also get them to that test date, has helped them study faster. And so I think that if those are some of the things that you're looking for, someone to help you to study so that you can understand concepts, get through all the material a little bit faster, a little bit easier, and really at the end of the day, understand concepts to help you. Let me go back a little bit. In the self-assessment, there's 3 core values to help you pass the CHT exam. It's to study, it's to help you problem solve, and then at the end of the day, you have to make decisions, because this is a national board certification. And so you have to be able to study, problem solve through the questions that they're giving you, and then make a decision, make the best decision. It's a national board certification. So it's not about how I treat, it's not about how you treat, but it's about how you utilize all 3 core values in order to get at least a 75 in all of the domains of the exam. So everyone who's been through my program has said that it has helped them do that. All right. So let me know if you have any other questions. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to answer your questions in terms of whether this is the best program for you at the best time for you. Because honestly, when people are committed, they get, they pass. If you study and you're willing to study, you're willing to do the inner work, right? The inner work of improving your problem solving skills. You're committed to doing the work of working on your decision making skills. I think those are all 3 main aspects that's going to help you get you to your exam date and be able to pass and become a CHT, because you have to think and be a CHT before you become a CHT. So let me know if that answers your questions. If you have any further questions, then send me an email. Let me know.